you tired of your current bank offering lackluster interest rates and minimal perks? Do you feel like you're missing out on potential financial gains? Well, get ready to discover some of the best online deals and perks that banks and credit unions are offering right now to entice new customers. Today, we're exploring the exciting world of bank account bonuses and perks that can put some extra cash in your pocket and make your financial life easier. And who doesn't need some extra money in their pocket right these days? Let's take a quick look back. Yesterday, we discussed the 5 most common places retirees spend their money in retirement. I think it was a great episode, and understanding where your money might be going in retirement can help you better prepare for your golden years. Now, before we move into today's episode, I'd like to take a moment to share something personal with you. My mother-in-law, Diane Bethard, is currently battling the late stages of Alzheimer's disease. And in light of this, I've assembled a team representing the Ask Ralph show to participate in the upcoming Alzheimer's Walk right here close to us in Wilmington, Delaware. For those of you in the area, we'd be honored if you join us this Saturday, October 19th. Maybe you don't live in the area and you're unable to attend, but still wish to support the cause. If you want to, we've set up a donation page. You'll find the link in the show notes. And listen, every contribution, no matter the size, brings us one step closer to defeating this devastating illness. And if you know somebody that's going through this, or you've been a family member, somebody going through this, it is brutal. So let me just tell you, your support means the world to us and to the millions affected by Alzheimer's. And here's the thing I know. Working together, we can make a huge difference. So I hope you consider joining us. We've got a great message today. It comes to us from Trey, and Trey writes this: Ralph, I've been with the same bank for over a decade, but I feel like I'm not getting much value from my account. I've heard about some great offers from online banks, but I'm hesitant to make the switch. What should I be looking for in a new bank? And are these online deals really worth it? I'm also worried about the security of online banking and whether I'll lose that personal touch I get from my local branch. Please help. Trey, thank you for your message, and I completely understand your concerns. A lot of us have been working with the same bank or credit union, and we get stuck in that hesitation to move on. And many people share that hesitation about online banking. But I'm going to talk to you today about how that change could potentially revolutionize your financial life. Trey, your question is all about stewarding your finances. So I got into scripture and I found this from the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verses 23 and 24. And it says this: Know well the condition of your flocks and give attention to your herds. For riches do not last forever, and does a crown endure to all generations. And what this scripture is really telling us is that we need to be diligent in managing our resources. Just as if we were a shepherd, we need to know the condition of our flock. We need to be aware of our financial situation. And once we're aware, we need to make wise choices about where we need to keep our money. And if you listen to the show, you know I raise Black Angus cows. And one of the things I do on my way over here to the office each and every day is check on the cows. Because just like the scripture says, I've got to pay attention to them. So just like I pay attention to my cows, you've got to pay attention to your finances. Let's address Trey's question and explore some of the best online deals and perks that some banks and credit unions are currently offering. I'm also going to share some personal experience and stories from some friends of mine who made the switch to online banking. I'm going to show you how these tools can positively impact your finances. Let me start with a truth bomb. If you're sticking with your current bank out of habit or fear of change, you could be leaving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on the table each year. That's right. The world of online banking has revolutionized the way we manage our money. There are perks and deals that traditional brick-and-mortar banks simply can't match. Picture this, if you will. It's a typical Monday morning and you're sipping your coffee while checking your bank account on your smartphone. How many of us do that? Instead of seeing that usual low interest rate, you notice that your savings have grown significantly overnight. And guess what? This isn't a mistake. It's the power of high-yield online savings accounts. Let me tell you about my friend Tom. And Tom experienced this firsthand. Tom was very hesitant to switch at first. Just like you, Trey. He was worried about the security and if he missed the idea of walking into that local branch. But Tom did his research and he took the plunge, and he was amazed at the difference it made in his finances. Now, in Tom's case, he opened one of these high-yield savings accounts with an online bank that was offering 2.5% annual percentage yield. Now, you might say, that's not that much, Ralph, but this was a few years ago. But think about that for a second. That 2.5% annual percentage yield at APY was more than 25 times the national average. That's what he was earning on his 0.1% checking account. And what's crazy is just within a few months, Tom saw his savings grow faster than ever before. You want to know the best part? He didn't have to do anything differently. He just had to shift his accounts around and find a better bank. His money was simply working harder for him. But let me just tell you, high interest rates are just the beginning. Many online banks and credit unions offer substantial sign-on bonuses to attract new customers. And I did a show on this back on August 12, 2024 about playing what we call the bank bonus game. And I'll put a link in the show notes so you can check it out if you missed it. But look, I did a survey just yesterday preparing for this show, and they're currently offering bonuses of $200, $300, even $500 for opening a new checking account. Now, the truth is you might need to meet certain requirements. That could be things like setting up direct deposit or maintaining a minimum balance. This is exactly what my colleague Harry did. He took advantage of one of these offers just last month. He opened a new checking account with an online bank that was offering a $300 bonus. And all he had to do was set up direct deposit of at least $1,000 within the first 60 days. And what the best part of this was he did it with his regular payroll check. And voila, an extra $200 or $300, in his account right away. It was like getting a mini raise just for changing banks. I know what you might be thinking, Ralph, what about that personal touch? I enjoy going to the bank. I enjoy talking to the tellers. And how about those security concerns? Let's talk about those. Let's address those head on. And the truth is, online banks have come a long way. And to be honest with you, in terms of customer service, many of these online banks offer 24/7 phone support. They offer live chat, and even like my credit union offers these video chats, and it's a great way to connect. And as for security, most online banks are using state-of-the-art encryption and multi-factor authentication to keep your money safe. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Look for FDIC, that's the banking side of the insurance, or the NCUA insurance if you're dealing with a credit union. And here's the thing I want to tell you. Do your research. Read reviews and find the bank or the credit union that works best for you. My neighbor Mike, he was skeptical about online banking because he thought, Ralph, it can't be as secure. Then he tried it, and he actually found his online bank's app was more secure than his traditional bank's websites. The app had things like fingerprint or facial recognition login. It gave him instant transaction alerts. It gave him the ability to lock his debit card with just a tap. And here's what Mike told me. He said, Ralph, I feel more in control of my money than I ever did before. But it's not just about high interest rates and sign-on bonuses. And those things are great. Many online banks offer perks that can make your financial life easier and save you money in the long run. I found a great article from NerdWallet about the best banks and credit unions, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes today. And here's some of the best perks I've seen. The number one thing, no monthly maintenance fees. They don't charge you any fee to have that bank account. Number two, a lot of them are doing this now. No minimum balance requirements. They don't have that $1,000, that $500 balance requirement. Another thing that's very common now I'm seeing, free ATM access nationwide. And that's huge. We're not carrying cash. We may need Tap Mac or Mac. That's talking old school there, but Tap the ATM. When I was a kid, we used to call it the Mac. But now it's more, I guess it's better to say the ATM access nationwide where you're not getting charged. The fourth thing, early direct deposit. Think about this. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early. A lot of these financial institutions are offering this, so there's no more of those payday loans where they're ripping you off to get your own money. Number 5, cashback rewards on debit card purchases. I'm seeing a lot of those. Now, I am not a huge fan of debit cards. I did a show about that, but if you find yourself using one, look for a banking institution that gives you rewards for doing that. And last but not least, budgeting and savings tools have been built right into the app, and those are huge tools. Listen, my friend Lisa recently switched to an online bank that offers all these perks. And she said, Ralph, I was amazed at how much easier it became to manage my money. The built-in budgeting tools helped her identify areas where she was overspending. She said, Ralph, I had no idea how much I was spending on eating out and coffees and lattes and all that kind of stuff. And the thing she said to me, she said, those cashback rewards on her debit card, they added up. In fact, what she told me, she said, Ralph, in the first month, I got an extra $50 in my account just by doing those things. Now, I did a show about a week ago about how banking apps can help you check or better manage your finances. So if you miss it, I'm going to have you check it out. Remember, one of the things I see on the show all the time, what gets measured gets done. And these banking apps are great for showing facts. It's not about emotion. They show facts so you can make better decisions. Now let me share some specific examples of banks and credit unions currently offering some great perks. Now listen, I'm not endorsing any institution. I have no affiliate programs with any of these examples. You still need to do your due diligence and your research. Now, the first one I found was Ally Bank. Now, I have some clients that work with Ally Bank, and they offer a high-yield savings account with no minimum balance, and their rates are fantastic. So you might want to look at Ally Bank. The second one, Discover Bank. Discover Bank actually provides cash back on debit card purchases, and the best part, they don't have any monthly fees. The third one I found was Capital One 360. Now, Capital One 360 offers a high-yield savings account and a checking account with, again, no fees, and they have that cool feature of that early direct deposit. So they can see how much you're going to be getting in your direct deposit from your check, and they'll actually give you the money a day or two early. Number 4 is Chime. This is a completely online bank. They provide a spending account with no hidden fees. They're very transparent about it. And again, they have that ability to get your paycheck up to 2 days early. And one of the things I found for a lot of millennials like this is in a company or a bank called SoFi. And they offer some cash management accounts with a competitive rate. And again, no account fees. And remember this though, these offers and rates can change. So it's always a good idea to check the latest information before making a decision. If you want to go reference that NerdWallet article that I posted, it has some really great information. Let's wrap up what we covered in the main points today. Number 1, online banks offer much higher interest rates on savings accounts than traditional banks. It's just the truth. But pay attention to the details. Are there things you need to do? Do you have to have direct deposit? Do you have to make so many transactions? Number 2, many banks provide substantial sign-up bonuses for new accounts. Hey, if you can take advantage of those, why not? Now, just thing you need to remember, I talked about this on the show that I did this, they are going to give you a 1099 at the end of the year, so those bank bonuses are going to be taxable income to you. No big deal, you just need to report them. Number 3, online banking can offer perks like no fees. We talked about that. Those no monthly fees. They give you cash back rewards, those built-in budgeting tools, and some of them even give you your money ahead of time. They can pre-note what they call that direct deposit. And number 4, last but not least, a lot of things we talked about today, a lot of people are concerned about security. And they truly are addressed through advanced technology and around-the-clock customer support. And that's really the key to it, paying attention to what's going on. So Trey, I'm going to encourage you to explore these online banking options. But like I said probably 3 times now, Trey, do your research, compare the different offers, and don't be afraid to make a change. Change is not a bad word if it means improving your financial situation. Remember, just like we learned in Proverbs 27, verses 23 to 24, we need to be diligent in managing our resources. That's what God has entrusted us to do. And by taking advantage of these online banking deals and perks, you're being a good steward of your finances and making your money work harder for you. Now, in tomorrow's show, we're going to have another barn burner. I'm going to talk to you about, should I purchase special medical insurance when I travel abroad? I'm going to tell you about my wife and my older son trip to Germany, how we had to go through making this decision on our own. And it's crucial information for anyone that's planning international travel, because some of the things I'm going to talk about might surprise you. So don't forget to tune in. Now, I know that navigating the world of online banking and choosing the right account can feel overwhelming. You might be frustrated with your current banking situation or feel like you're missing out on potential growth for your hard-earned money. Maybe you're a small business owner looking to maximize your business accounts, or perhaps you're just starting your financial journey and you want to make the right choices from the beginning. If you're feeling stuck or unsure about how to proceed, I'm here to help. Let me tell you about my process and how I help you find that financial security. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to assess your current situation. We're going to look at where you really are. This is a non-emotional decision. Just what are the facts? The second thing we're going to do, we're going to identify your dreams. We're going to look at those big, hairy, audacious goals, those things you've always wanted to do. And we're going to figure out, how do we get there? By moving to step 3. We're going to take those goals, those dreams, and we're going to align them to the goals and match them to your faith so that you're living out that faith. The 4th step is we're going to build a personalized plan for you. It'll be your financial roadmap. It's going to be specific to you, not some cookie cutter approach. The 5th thing we're going to do in our process is we're going to seek accountability. And then the final thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the results. And it all starts when you schedule a personal consultation with me. And for a $150 consultation fee, I will work with you to analyze your specific financial situation. I help you choose the right banking products. Maybe it's develop a budget, that personalized plan to improve your overall financial health. Maybe you feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you feel like you're taking 3 steps forward and getting shoved 4 steps back. So whether you need help with your personal finances, as we talked about, maybe you need help with a business, or maybe you're looking to start a new venture, I will help you assemble a team of experts to guide you towards that financial success. And here's the best part. If we can't develop a personalized plan to move you forward, I will refund your consultation fee. So don't let another day go by feeling uncertain about your financial choices. Go to AskRalph.com right now and click on the Book a Call with Ralph banner, and let's start the process. Let's create that personalized plan to make your money work harder for you. Because remember this, my passion is to help you achieve financial success. That's why I turn on this microphone. That's why I turn on this camera. I turn on that light. I plan these episodes out because that's my mission field. I want to see you live out your dreams, and my process will help you get to that. And at the same time, we want to manage that with your faith. I want you to grow in your faith. And I know this. Together, if we work together, we can master your finances from a Christian perspective. So as I always end this show, stay financially savvy out there, and God bless you.
Thank you for joining us on the Ask Ralph podcast. And with a simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to our next episode. And remember, financial issues don't have to be complicated. Just ask Ralph. The information contained in this episode of Ask Ralph is based on data available as of the date of its release. Saggio Accounting Plus and Ask Ralph Media, Inc. is under no obligation to update this content if changes occur. Applying this information to your specific situation requires careful consideration of all facts and circumstances, and any information provided is not to be considered as financial, tax, or legal advice. Please consult your tax advisor or attorney before acting on any material covered.